Cartesian circle. The Cartesian circle is basically an argument which says that Descartes' trademark argument and possibly the ontological argument do not work to prove the existence of God. And the reason is that Descartes uses clear and distinct ideas in an invalid way. What does that mean? Well, this is the claim that when Descartes proves the existence of God in the trademark argument, he assumes that he can trust clear and distinct ideas, which he later claims he can only trust because he knows God exists. So if we look at the next slide down, the next bubble, it says 1. In other words, he uses the idea of clear and distinct ideas to prove God, and then he says that he can trust clear and distinct ideas because God would not allow us to be deceived. Now, for an argument to be good, it has to be valid, and valid arguments are not allowed to move in a circle. Okay, so if you look at 2, I've written, but arguments are not allowed to assume the very thing they need to prove. And circular arguments, which is why this is called the Cartesian circle, do that, just that, they assume the very thing they need to prove. What does that mean? If we look at bubble 3, it says, for example, a good argument has premises that lead to a conclusion not included in them. So for example, 1, all men are mortal, 2, Socrates is man, 3, Socrates is mortal, is a good argument. And the reason it's a good argument is that if 1 and 2 are true, 3 follows from it, and 3 isn't assumed in 1 and 2. Okay, you come to 3 after thinking about 1 and 2. However, a circular argument, I put on the bubble next to it, bubble 4, doesn't do that. It says the following argument: 1, I know that God exists because the Bible told me so. 2, I trust the Bible because God wrote it. 3, so I believe in God. And you can see there that the very thing you're trying to prove has been assumed in the first proposition. So that argument doesn't work, and the claim is that that's exactly what's going on with clear and distinct ideas. Because Descartes, remember, claims, I trust clear and distinct ideas, that they're a sign of truth and have a clear and distinct idea of God. Now I know that there's a God, I know he would allow me to be deceived in such a manifestly bad way that I couldn't know and trust my clear and distinct ideas. So what could be going on here? Well, Descartes might mean something like that when you're attending to clear and distinct ideas, they can't be wrong. So if I put in bubble 5, maybe Descartes means that we can only know clear and distinct ideas while we attend to them and not in memory. So for example, while I'm thinking that 2 plus 2 equals 4, I know that 2 is 2 equals 4. It may be that a couple of years later I haven't done many maths and I forget it for a moment and I could be deceived, so I have to think about it. Right? We can make mistakes there, but not while we're actually attending to it. I don't think this works, and I think the problem is that there's no logical contradiction in an evil demon deceiving you to such a high degree that even while you're attending to something that looks clear and distinct to you, it's in fact false. Right? So I put in argument bubble 6, but there is no reason to think that an evil demon could not deceive you even while you attend to the thought. You might think that 2 plus 2 equals 4 now, but still be deceived. So it seems that there is an issue here, and the only way out of it might be that Descartes was thinking there's a difference between the order in which we know something and the order in which it's justified in reality, which comes from medieval logic. But you don't need to go there with that. This little mind map should hopefully help you.